And now we'll do a little quickie, something to practice during the week that's ahead of us. Please come up to standing. Place both of your hands, your fingers, index fingers, or maybe index and thumbs, in the place where your hip joints are. You already know that they are much closer than what you thought. They're closer to your pubic bone. They're somewhere in the groin. And very gently make movements of a hula hoop, making your pelvis go a little forward, to the right, backward, to the left, and forward. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Small movement, like a picture that we use in our marketing materials of the lady with a hula hoop. You're making a small movement all around, sending your pelvis a little bit back, a little to one side, forward to the other side. Feel how you're moving around your columns of your legs. Good. And then stop before you do it to the opposite direction. And go again. Do it in the opposite direction. And can you allow your head, your chin, your chest, your lips even? Don't tense up, don't stiffen. Allow the movement to be pleasant. Just like why we have hula hoops, but because they're fun. It's nice. Do it as if you did it with joy, not some exercise. And it can be tiny. It doesn't have to be big, especially if certain areas feel a little stiff or a little bit vulnerable. Good. I'll ask you to do this assignment at least 3 times a day. And the best from the science of habits, what we know is that if you anchor your habit, your new habit, to something that you're already doing, your chances of sticking with a new habit is quite higher. So think of something that you do 3 times a day, or maybe think of, because of the social situation at the hula hoop, if you're on the public spaces, it may look weird. How about every time you go to the bathroom and after you do your business, you're still in your privacy and you do 3 hula hoop circles in one direction, simply round and smooth, and 3 hula hoop directions in the opposite direction. As many times as you go to the bathroom, do it, just 3 movements. It couldn't be simpler. And this will be your first assignment. Second assignment will be to practice these movements that we just finished in 2 configurations. Lying on your back, just what you experienced, the few circles around with your head, with your neck, with your pelvis, and then in opposite direction. But also, I'd like you to try to do this in sitting, and let's do it right now. Please sit on the chair. Please sit on the front edge of the chair, so you're not falling back into the chair. And now let's do a basic 12 and 6 movement, very small. Remember, Feldenkrais Olympics, the black belt of Feldenkrais is that you can do millimeter. Nobody else will see what you're doing, and nobody else could even feel that amount of movement, but you can. That the smallest movement, and you already, I got it. I feel my right hip. I feel my left hip, even with the tiniest movement. What I'd like you to do is to be able to use computer mouse by using your pelvis. Move computer mouse with your pelvis, not with your arm or shoulder or fingers, but feeling the pelvis, that it could move forward and back, it could move right and left, and it could also make a little circle. It could make a little circle and make a few circles. And while you're doing the circles, watch what's happening within your right hip joint. It's not easy to find out. Are you flexing? Are you rotating? Are you adducting or abducting your right the relationship between the pelvis and hip and femur? Feel. What do you do? What do we do? Change direction. Very small. Very small. You will notice that something that applies for lying position is completely different in sitting. Your head is actually going, what does it do? Is it moving exactly the same as your pelvis? You will find that this is actually oppositional. Feel. Go back to tilting the pelvis back. Fall back and feel. Can you feel your head is going down? Therefore, chin is coming to the chest while the pelvis is going to 12 o'clock. Can you see it's the opposite to what you felt on the floor? On the floor, your chin was going up when the back was flattening. Now sitting in gravity is reversal. Very interesting. Now tilt your pelvis forward and feel the chin will lift up. Chin goes down when the pelvis tilts back. Chin tilts up when your pelvis goes forward. And then from there, start to make a gentle circle with your pelvis. And feel, if we put a paintbrush on top of your head, your paintbrush will make a big circle on the ceiling. Change direction of the pelvis. Wonderful. And that's the assignment for the week to go. At least 3 hula hoops every time you go to the bathroom, or maybe you brush your teeth, or whatever you anchor. Anchor to something that you already do. Put a sticker to remind you, when I brush my teeth, I'm going to do these 3 circles every day, morning, afternoon, evening, morning, evening, morning, evening. After next time we meet, you will already have 14 sessions or so of these gentle movements. And then we're going to be building up using other Feldenkrais strategies to happy hips. Good. The session is now over, but I will stay for questions and answers